Hello, sleepy friends. Today I want to talk about narcolepsy, buddy, and friendships in general, really. Staying positive is good for our symptoms, as I've mentioned about a million times. Positivity and anger both increase wakefulness for narcoleptics, and I don't want to be the Incredible Hulk. So I decided to be happy. And as I've mentioned also, I experience the full range of emotions. I get mad, I get disappointed, I get sad, I get scared, afraid, whatever. I mean, you go through them all. But when you're just sitting in your chair or driving in your car and you're just in default mode, what mode are you in? Are you in pity poor me mode? Because God, I was there for a long time. Are you in life isn't fair mode? Because life isn't fair. Are you in I can't do this anymore mode? Because we all get there. A few months ago, I started communicating with a person on a daily basis. We had commented on things mutually, and we had a pretty good understanding of where each other was at in our head and our mood and our goals for life and our goals for our symptoms. And the commenting turned to messaging, which turned to texting. And I hadn't texted every day with someone in, almost a decade at this point now. The last relationship that I had like that crashed and burned like the Hindenburg, which often happens. People change in their lives and go different ways. So I was listening to this video about raising your vibration. And that's a very woo-woo thing. And people are like, oh no, she's talking about woo-woo stuff. But if you listen to it, it's really quantum physics. I mean, we're all based on energy and we're all made of energy. And I'm listening to this video about the wall is not really solid. If you look at it on a molecular level, it's actually moving. And I'm like, whoosh. Cannot process that at all. So the point that the video made was you don't need to know how electricity works to flip on your light switch and be able to see. So you don't really need to understand how vibration works. You just need to understand that it does. So I was thinking about an analogy for vibration to television. There are, 80 million television shows on TV now. What do you decide to watch? Like, how do you choose what you watch on television? And if you're not a television watcher, how do you choose what book to read? How do you choose what movie to go see? How do you choose what to, get on Netflix? From recommendations from other people, you watch the trailer, you maybe catch a little bit of it and see if it looks any good to you. And you can do that with people too. There are so many people on the planet. I mean, there's 17 million people in Los Angeles alone. And there's no way you would mesh with all of them. It's literally impossible. There's just no way it would happen. So you have to find your tribe. That's another buzz thingy that's been going around lately, is finding your tribe. And sure, it sounds all metaphysical and in the moment and trendy and whatnot, but tribes have been around forever, right? I mean, if you think about it. And what you can do is look for people who like the same television shows you do, in the sense of your life is like a television show. I mean, you have a job, you have a family, you have whatever you have in your life. If you don't have a job, that's okay too. Don't beat yourself up for that. Seriously, I'm going to take a minute and talk to all, I have ink on my fingers. Take a minute and talk to all the people with any chronic illness that are on disability. Getting on disability is hard. You need a lawyer, you need stacks and stacks of papers, you need doctors and agreement, you need tried and true. I tried everything and nothing's working and I really just can't work. And if you got that stamp of approval from the state, the government, whoever said, yes, this person with chronic illness is so disabled that we need to help them financially because they can't take care of themselves, and we need to do that. And you need to accept that. If you got the approval, accept the help. They don't hand it out like candy on Halloween. It's not something everybody can get. So stop beating yourself up about it. Okay, enough of that. So, let's see. If you don't have any friends, if you don't have people that you're talking to on a regular basis, and you have a hard time finding them, that was me. Most of my life, I had a hard time with friendships. I didn't understand them. And so what I did, and take from this what you will, put it through the you filter and apply it to you, was I looked at myself, I looked at my behaviors, and I asked myself the really hard question, am I someone that people want to hang around with? That's a good question. Do I leave people feeling good about hanging out with me? Like when I walk out of a room, are people thinking, wow, that was a great story, or wow, that was an interesting perspective, or I loved the contribution to the conversation? Or when you walk away, do people go, oh, thank God. Thank God that drain is gone from our space. There's a study that I read a long time ago called, I don't remember what it was called, to be honest with you, but it was about negativity. So they took a person and put them in a room waiting for an appointment, and they were just, no reason to be unhappy. They were just waiting for an appointment. And they sent one person in the room and to see if that person could whine and complain and get the other person in a bad mood. And it didn't take long before the whiner got the person who was just waiting to start complaining. So they found that interesting, and they replicated it. They got new people, one person in the room waiting, two people in the room waiting, and they sent in the one negative Nelly. And sure enough, the one negative Nelly had the two people complaining about the wait, the temperature, the traffic, whatever it was. There's always something to complain about, always. You can find it just like that. The important thing is to learn how not to find it. And if you do find it, to just let it go, let it go. Music is so good. Okay, so they ended up 3 people waiting in the negative Nelly, 4 people waiting in the negative Nelly. It took 11 people in a room just waiting for their appointment before one negative Nelly didn't bring down the whole shebang. So, are you one of the 11? Or are you the negative Nelly? That's the question you have to ask yourself if you don't have any friends. Are you drowning your friends in your information? Not all your information needs to be shared. Some people can't handle your information. You can't handle the information. They can't. Low battery warning. I gotta plug I thought it was plugged in. I plugged it in, but forgot to turn it on. Power makes a difference. Okay, what else did I have? I have my little notes here. Okay, so what can you do about it if you don't have any friends? So if you want to have friends and you look at yourself and you figure there is something about you that's a turn off, okay? Sometimes if you can't figure out what it is, there's this great expression, I'm sure you've heard it before. The thing we hate the most in others is the thing we do ourselves. So you can use that as an analysis tool. When you see someone commenting on Facebook and it annoys you, you can ask yourself, why does this annoy me? Does this annoy me because I do this? Or does it annoy me just because it's an obnoxious thing to do? And then you can work on those things. You can sort out who you are. You can find someone whose TV show you like watching, but not Jerry Springer. Everybody loves a train wreck, but if you want to be positive, you have to avoid the train wrecks. You have to stop rubbernecking and holding yourself up from progress. If you don't know how to make friends, try watching some videos. I mean, there's tons of self-help stuff on the internet. How to make friends. You can watch etiquette videos. You can, oh gosh, I made notes on this and now for some reason I'm not seeing them. Oh, friendship. You can watch videos on becoming more likable. Whatever. Try everything. Seriously, going back to the whole become a tweaker video, all you got is time. That's what we're all here for, is to learn how to human. So make an effort to learn how to human if you don't have friends. And if you do have friends, great. You know, you don't really need this video if you're doing good and sailing along and all your friends are positive and happy and they keep you going. You don't have to have the same schedule or even be in the same time zone to have a friendship with a person with narcolepsy, to have a narcolepsy buddy that you guys can encourage each other. Not a bitch fest. We're not talking about, oh, I'm tired. Oh, me too. Oh, I'm broke. Oh, me too. You know, none of that. You can get that on television in another television show. You don't want that in your life. You don't want to focus on those things. You want to focus on the fact that you went for a walk today, or you got something done at work you weren't expecting to do, or you're all caught up on your laundry. Only a person with chronic illness can celebrate, woo, I'm all caught up on my laundry. Whatever it is, you only have so many days on this planet before you expire. Stop wasting them being poopy. Seriously. There is a lot of happy to be found out there, and you can go find it. Okay, let's see. Happy matters, you know, and finding people who believe that happy matters will help you. You can, you know, message with people. You can talk on the phone. You can video chat. The phone makes me really tired, so I prefer texting. But yeah, that's it. Find yourself a narcolepsy buddy, someone that obviously they know how hard it is, and just keep encouraging each other. We have the Positively Narcolepsy group. If you want to join, make sure you answer the questions, because your request will be deleted if you don't. I want to make sure that everyone's there for the right reasons. And start meeting people. Start finding, you know, people who do you like? Who do you like talking to? And get that camaraderie going on. It will help you. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and consider sharing it with your friends. And if you don't have any, work on that. That's it. Have a great day.